each training session. So before we officially start, please allow me to introduce to you the team. Today in our midst, we have Jude, Concur Project Director. We also have the change management team, Suping, Amelia, and Maliga, and our Concur trainers in our midst, which I will take the opportunity to introduce to you later on as part of the training session. Okay. Before I start, I just want to share with you a few things to set some expectation in terms of how today's training session will pan out. Very shortly, we will be guiding you on how to log in the system. All right. Now, we understand that training over Zoom will have its limitations. But before I share the limitations, let me just share with you what we can expect today. We will cover 4 processes. 1, getting started, how to verify your employee profile. Okay. 2, the second session, we'll be showing you how a traveler will be able to submit his or her travel request and also book a flight directly from Concur. The third session, we'll be covering how to submit an expense report, i.e. how to submit a reimbursement claim or a travel-related claim. And 4, lastly, for approvers in our midst, we will show you how to approve your direct reports claims when it passes through Concur system. Okay, and the last 2 sessions are more information sessions that is led by Citibank, our card company, our NUS corporate card company, as well as Pacific Arena or Pricebreaker, our NUS appointed travel management company. Okay, now what we will not be covering today is the mobile functionalities. Because we only have 2 to 3 hours with you, we would like to share with you the full functionalities of the Concur platform on the browser or desktop mode. There are step-by-step guides on how to use the mobile functionality, which I will show you very shortly. So if there are any questions relating to mobile, we will still be able to answer you via the group chat. Otherwise, we will consolidate all the requirements and the questions, and we will reply to them after the session. Okay, so today's training session will be focusing on the desktop or the browser function of Concur. All right, now, can everyone see my screen? I suppose so. Before we start, before I invite the first 2 trainers to guide you on how to how to verify your employee profile, can I take just 3 minutes to navigate you our Concur website? As you can see here, the Concur website, nusconcur.nus.edu.sg, is a one-stop platform where you can see and find all resources, all materials, and all updates concerning Concur. You can log in to your system from here, the orange buttons in the center of the page, as well as the top right-hand corner. You can also access materials or even training sessions and clinics and instructional videos or system demonstrations. We also have FAQs here, all right? It is important because FAQs, as the name suggests, frequently asked questions, is a compilation of all the Concur-related questions from travel to non-travel, from card to system, so on and so forth. If you want to find out how to link up to your Grab profile, just type in the keyword Grab, and you will find that there are instructions on how to set up your Grab profile. So now, if there are questions that are not answered, there is an inbuilt form for you to fill up, and this will be channeled directly to the Concur Central Admin Team, CCAT in short. Okay. Lastly, I would like everyone to go to this user guide tab. All right. Can I bring your attention to this section called the quick reference guide? Okay. I would like to encourage everyone to either download or make reference to the quick reference guide as we go through the training session today. As you can see, quick reference guides are very clear, step-by-step guide on what you need to do to get you started in Concur. Or if you are an approver, what are the steps required to take if you want to approve your direct reports claims or travel requests. We also, in the same guide, we also have step-by-step guides on the Concur mobile. Okay, if you can see here, these are screenshots and print screens directly from the mobile. So we have provided steps here as well. Now, for the purpose of today's training, we know that there are some limitations of conducting training over Zoom, i.e. it's going to be very, very difficult for you guys to toggle between one screen and follow the trainer on the other. We are aware and mindful of that. So, seek your understanding that we would like to suggest that for the purpose of today's demonstration, knowing all the resources that you know where you can download in terms of the quick reference guide, just to focus on the trainer first, to have a verbal, visual run through of how the system will look like, what are the steps involved, okay? And go back at your own time and target, explore the Concur platform using these guides. If this is not sufficient, I'm pleased to share that we do have additional training sessions like today on the 18th and the 25th of August. So you can join back and we'll run through the same steps again. If that is not sufficient, we do have Concur clinics, which you can come, look for us, and we can show you step by step how to do certain processes. Okay? From tomorrow onwards, the clinics, it will be daily from 1 to 2. You'll be able to access the link on how to reach us from this tab here, training and clinics. Okay, now enough of me talking. Can I invite all of you to try and log into the system right now? Okay, give me a minute, it's not sure. Okay, by clicking the login page on the top right hand corner, you should be able to log in as a first time. You will be required to enable your 2FA, all right? And then subsequently, it will be automatic. It will be just one click and you'll be in the system. You should get to this page, okay? Please try to see whether you can access. Hold on to this page while I introduce to you the trainers for today. And hang on a minute.
Maybe you want to tell them know that it's a NUS ID.
Okay, sure. So when you are prompted to do the 2FA, please ensure that you only type in your NUSnet ID. Okay. For mine, it is it is not the friendly email or the one ID. It should be for example, for my case, it's OFN and then CWCR. Okay. So your NUSnet ID is that you don't have to put in the domain. You don't have to put in the NUS STF. All right. Feel free to reach out to us via the group chat, okay? And we will try to help you to troubleshoot if you have any problems, okay? All right. I just want to repeat myself. There are some limitations to toggle between the platform as well as the training. So my recommendation is please focus on the trainers for the time being, and then revisit your platform later on. Okay, without further ado, can I introduce our first two trainers for the day, Yaling and Rajesh. Over to you, Yaling.
Hi, thank you, Royston. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. The first process that I will demo is the Getting Started guide. So let me log into the test environment to show you the demo. Okay, after log into the Concur, you will see this as a front page. And
I
on
can't
the
see your
top,
screen.
oh, sorry. Yeah, let me share the screen.
Okay.
Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so after you log into the Concur, right, you will see at the top right corner, there's a profile. You click the drop down list, you will see your username, your name, and you click on the profile setting. So you will come into the profile option, and under this option, you see a personal information. So you will click into this personal information to verify and update your details. So the first session, right, is that you will see your first and last name, which already populated from church system. If if the name is not identical to your passport, you may change and update accordingly, same as your passport. And you also can add in your middle name if required. So the next session is company information is also already populated from the church system. And if the detail in this information is not correct, you may contact the Central Concur Administrator team to make any necessary changes. So for the work address and home address section, these fields are not mandatory. And for the contact information, enter your work phone, home phone, and mobile number in this session, and you must specify either a home phone or a work phone in this contact information. Next, we are in email address section. That in this section, you will see your NUS email address will be also automatically populated in the system, and you can add in more address if required. And it is mandatory for you to verify your email to enable the functionality to email your receipt to Concur. So in the first setting up, normally your NUS email address will set as a default, not verified. You may need to click to verify in the first time by clicking verify under the verified column. The system Concur will send you the code to enter. Under this, enter the code next to the email address, and after that you will click OK. Your email address will be verified. So now you will proceed to emergency contact, and these fields are also not mandatory but are highly encouraged to complete. Next section, travel preferences. For this, you can add in your preferences like travel, air travel, hotels, and car preferences in this section. And you also may add in a program if you are frequent travel. So in this in this column, you can key in your frequent travel number, which tie to the different airline carrier. By adding this information, it will be good for the travel agent to capture your this information, and you click a save. So the next section is TSA Secure Flight, where you need to enter your gender, date of birth for verification, and also a TSA travel number, which this section is more to user travel frequently to USA, and these fields are not mandatory. And the next section, credit card information. I'm sorry, before that is information travel. This section where you have to add in your passport and visa information here. Yeah, this information is mandatory if you are request for travel. So now we go to credit card section, where user need to enter their NUS corporate card, travel card information by adding a card for traveling booking made via TMC, and they will be charged to the central. Oh, sorry, for the traveling the making booking like air flight making via TMC, this will be charged to the central travel account CTA, and for all the hotel and car rental booking should be charged to CTC card. So all these sections have been filled out. You can click a save to complete the update of the information. So beside updating the personal information, you also can do some setting up, like request setting up and expenses setting up. So under this request information at your left-hand side, and this information will show you some information here, and you also can key in some of the preferences like course object type. There will be RWBS or non-RWBS. For RWBS, right, is for the research project WBS that will send it to PI for approval. And there is a course object code, which there's a drop-down list of the WBS that related to your primary department. And all these course object type and course object code that you set default in this information will be set it as a default. So when you submit any request information, it will be that by default. But you also can do changes when you submit your expenses report upon that time. And after this request information being set up and saved, it will be set similar in expenses information over here. So there's another setting that you can set as a preferences, request preferences. For request preferences, you can select the email that can be sent it to you when your travel request or expenses report being sent it for approval, and also can receive the email notification when your approval have approved your travel request or expenses request. And after select your preferences, you can do a save. And for the expenses preferences, it's also the same. You can select the information here, that email to be sent to you when there is a changes. You have the notification. And there's another one more setup under this expenses preferences is the expenses assistant. For this test environment, they don't have this setup, but in under your login ID, you should be able to see it. Okay, let me show you my expenses preferences. Also don't have. Okay. Okay. It will be something like this. And this is an expenses assistant, and it is good that you select it either by month or by trip. And this will be good for you to for the user that the expenses report to be fill it up your incoming expenses by month, and so that the staff won't be submit their claim so late. There will be a notification by end of the month. This assistant will send the information notification to the user that there's a claims that need to be submitted for claim. So this is a few that is good to select. Sorry, I also miss out. There's another preferences under expenses setting, which is there's a approval. So you click expenses approval and request approval. You will see who will be your approval in the request travel and the expenses. By default. Then there's another setting is under favorite attendees that you can add in your attendance list for you to submit the claim like hospitality. So you can see a default of the name list here. When you submit your expenses, right, for hospitality claim, you can actually get the name list from here. So then the next one is the personal car. For this session, you can save create a car, your personal car here for you to submit like the managed claim. And beside car, you also can add in your motorcycle vehicles. Okay. So yeah. So I'm end of my the demo of the setting up. Thank you.
Thanks, Yaling. There are some who just joined us halfway. Would you be able to just go through the traveler's profile?
Personal information?
Correct, that is correct. The part about, passport, visa, and TSA and things like that. Would it be okay to just cover that? For the benefit of everyone, this steps with regards to the traveler's profile is not compulsory if you are not using Concur for travels. Okay.
So for this section, you can add in a passport by clicking here and fill out the information here, the detail, and save it so that under this section, you will see your passport detail in this section. So when you request a travel booking via TMC, you can get the information from here. That will show your passport detail over here after you add a passport in this section. Yeah. Is there anything I need to?
Thanks, Yaling.
Okay, Yaling, can we go back to the hospital? You know, the admin attendees. I think there's a question there.
Okay. Yeah.
Attendees.
Rajesh, you are a bit muffled over at your end. I'm not sure if it's
Okay. Is it
yeah,
okay now?
No.
slightly better.
Slightly better. Now?
What do you say? Sorry.
Okay. It's regarding the favorite attendees.
Okay. There was a question there.
Yes, there's a question there. Okay, there's a question from Jenny. She's asking about favorite attendees. The reason why we actually encourage on the favorite attendees part is there are certain, you know, when you have departmental meetings, so, you know, we have meetings with our own, we have internal meetings within our own team of colleagues, right? So these are people who can be your favorite attendees, so that whenever you have a monthly, a monthly claim or something, you know, you can actually, you don't have to select individually when you do a claim. So when it comes to the claim part, you need my colleagues doing the claims will actually show you, you know how useful this feature will be. You don't have to keep choosing their name. It will automatically be populated out. If you don't think they are there, they're not there, you just uncheck their names. Or you can add in new attendees. A system will actually give you a list of favorites. So you just attend accordingly. So for Angela, she was asking about the personal car registration.
Rajesh, sorry, I need to interrupt you. Not able to capture fully your speech.
Okay, then can you maybe
Are you usually this doesn't happen. Are you doing something a bit different this time around?
No, it's the same as the morning. Maybe I leave and come in again.
Yeah, maybe you do that. Yeah.
Please remember that.
Can I have a question, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, regarding the personal information, right? I'm checking my personal information and I'm looking at the contact information. So when I log in, I see the contact information and it's wrong. When I try to amend it and save it, but I can't because they are asking a lot of information for me to complete. So for example, like this one, the work phone, right? I don't know why the numbers appear there. I mean, from where? I'm not sure. So I tried to amend it to my work phone and also my mobile phone. But when I try to save, I can't because they're asking, oh, you need to input your passport, blah, 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 everything.
So I
Yes.
believe
Does
that
anyone can answer it?
yeah, for
Yes.
this section under this personal information, basically for the user that is will be for the traveling purpose.
Okay.
So
But
that's
then-
why the system asks you to fill up the information like passport, the information here. Yeah,
Okay,
all these things that have to fill up.
Okay, if that's the case, okay, I'm not using it for travel, so it's fine. But will there be any impact if my contact information shown here as a work phone and my mobile are wrong? I don't know where the number coming from.
I also have this information not correct also.
Hi. Can I just interject? Yeah, the numbers we are finding out where the source of the original numbers are from. But that's beside the point. You all you need to do is you update your work phone and your office number. Your office number and your mobile phone. That will suffice. And
but I cannot do it.
I'm surprised because I just did it like 2 days ago.
Because I didn't add the passport. I didn't add the passport.
No, I didn't add anything else. Mine was just plain vanilla, just only the contact number changed.
Okay,
and it was fine. I need to investigate. I need to find out. So can you?
It asked me also for passport number, but once you enter the passport number, it was able to save.
Sorry.
I tried that. It asked me passport number. Once I entered the passport number, it was able to save.
So your passport number was you are able to update your passport number.
Yes, and then
Okay.
then the office number, phone number, and the home phone number gets updated.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
yours is okay.
So
Yours
the
is fine.
issue is that in order for them to save the phone numbers, they need to put in their passport number as a
Yes.
mandatory field.
No. In my case, I did not put the passport numbers.
Okay.
I just change that two numbers. It was okay.
Okay. So allow us to go back to investigate on this, and then technically you don't need to update your passport to update the rest of your the numbers.
Everything else with the word not required. If it is required, you need to update. If there's no word required, you need not update. That's as simple as it is. That person who has, sorry, I didn't get your name. Can you just
Sorry,
drop?
I'm UD.
Eugene, is it?
UD.
UD. Can you drop an email just saying that to us at concur.com? The help desk, and then we will help you at the back end to find out what's wrong.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
I have a similar problem.
Yes.
Yeah, so under my personal information, the company information is filled in for me already. I can't change it. But the company information, the guy listed there is the manager. He's a different person. It's not me, right?
It's your reporting manager.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ling, do you want to also maybe repeat under your expense information on the cost object, the purpose of the cost object code under your expense
The cost object type.
Yes. Could you just maybe elaborate on that?
Okay. Under this cost object type, there's have two types. One is the RWBS, and the other one will be non-RWBS. For RWBS is related to the research project WBS that need to get your PI approval. And for the non-RWBS, which is the non-research project WBS, like the Central OOE or the DWBS, which will send it to your reporting of manager for approval when you submit the expenses. Then for cost object code is the list of the WBS that tie with your primary department, show it in this information here, your department. And for the cost object type and cost object code that you set default in this expenses information, it will be when you submit any expenses claim. These are the two fields that already set as a default when you submit the expenses claim.
Royston?
Yes.
Sorry, just to update to my query just now, one of my colleagues informed that I can update the number by checking the I don't have passport there at the bottom.
Thanks for clarifying. Ling, could you go back to the profile?
Personal information.
Yes, personal information.
Yeah.
So if you want to update your numbers, and if you are prompted to enter your passport, you just tick the box I don't have passport. Then you update your contact and you can save.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you
to the bottom, the passport sites.
If you scroll down, there is this icon where you can actually check. I don't have a passport.
Yes, that one.
Just
Oh,
below the word
okay.
Yes.
passport.
Yes, just untick that one, then you can amend the number and it can work.
Thanks a lot. Can the rest also try to see whether it works?
Yeah,
and then
thanks
maybe
to
give us
Kirin.
and then give us a thumbs up or maybe just a chat to say, yes, okay, there is someone that indicate that it works now.
Yeah,
All right.
It does work, Royston. That's how I updated mine because I'm a non-traveler.
Great,
So the first
thanks.
thing I did was I went to mark that and got because mine is not working. Really, thanks.
Thanks, Yudi. What we will do also is that we will confirm that this is an expected system behavior, and we will put this step in our quick reference guide as well.
You're welcome. Thanks to Kirin for
Yeah,
giving
thanks. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. We are all learning as we speak, right? The truth of the matter. We are not experts also. Thank you.
Hi, I have got a question.
Yes.
Hi, Serene. Yes.
Hi, yes, it's with regards to the WBS, because
Yes.
for every travel, it's being charged to different grants. So can I actually leave that information empty? I do not fill in anything on the WBS, like the subject code and all that. Can I do that?
You can do that. Go for the trip and then come back during the cost allocation. You can indicate the different WBSs that you would like to charge your trip against.
Okay, so for now, I do not need to update that information, that section. That will be fine, right?
It's not compulsory.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that section is more for your expense report submission. There's no bearing to your travel request.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
good, thanks.
thanks.
Okay, maybe just one more question with regards to getting started. We do have to move on to our next process. We do expect many other questions relating to the other processes as well. Are there any other questions? But feel free to continue to ask your questions on the group chat, and we will get to them as quickly as possible.
Can I know how many request delegates can a person delegate out?
How many requests?
You know, under the request settings, right? You have a request delegates. That means somebody, for example, the director of the department used to have a claim assistant. So now the director wants to delegate to the same person. So how many delegates can the director delegate this to?
There is no limit. Can we click on the link, please? Yes. The issue is not about the number. It's how you want to control who does what. Because all the delegates will be able to see everything at the same time. So you in terms of controlling, if one does it halfway, the other one will may create a separate request altogether. So that the control and management is going to be a challenge if you have typically more than two.
I see.
Yeah.
So if one delegate is already in the system, then the other delegate won't be able to get in, right? Oh.
No, they'll be able to see concurrently.
So two delegates can concurrently enter the site.
Yes, possibly. Can we just, is this a test account? Can we try? Yeah. So you can just add on, the add how many you want.
Yeah. But
my suggestion is you try to limit the delegation and you define the roles specifically. This guy can book, this guy can submit, and hence there is a clear division of who does what.
I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Jude, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You asked too many questions.
Yeah. Under this expense delegate, notice that can approve cannot be clicked on, right?
No, this delegation covers as the travel requester, the travel assistant, the approver, and the claim assistant.
But when I move the mouse to can approve, there's something that shows that I can't click on it.
I'm not sure why. But
Yeah.
technically, if you are an approver, you can delegate your approver role.
I thought they all reported to RMs.
No. If you are, you are delegating your role.
Correct.
Yeah. So you can technically delegate to anyone.
Oh, my approval role.
Yes.
I thought you can only delegate to another approver, right?
Yes. When you select that individual, that person must have an approval role.
Okay. Can. So that's why maybe it doesn't allow me to select this person. Because
Yes.
this person is not an approver.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
can.
just because since we are on this topic, there are guidelines surrounding delegation of approval, i.e., things like you need to delegate to someone not your direct report. You need to delegate to someone that does not give rise to a conflict of interest. You need to delegate to someone that is fairly senior and not someone junior that cannot take or hold on to those responsibilities. I think those are obvious guides, and we will put them out there in the FAQ or provide guides to everyone to refer to.
And there are actually two kinds of delegation. One is approving delegation, where when I'm supposed to approve somebody else's expenses,
yes,
whether I'm delegating to something, one.
Yes.
And the other delegation is my own expenses, which my secretary often fills out and submits.
Yes. So there are two. Yeah.
So when I'm delegating my own expense to my secretary, how do I do it?
That is a claim assistant. So
that's claim assistant. Okay.
Yeah. So you can submit claims, can view receipts, can receive emails.
Yeah.
And claim assistant goes in which section?
Here, over here. You can tick the boxes. You can select the individual, the ID, and then you can tick the boxes.
Oh, okay.
Can I just quickly chime in here, and also in the interest of time, right? I would like to just share that Concur is a new system where we actually design it to be intuitive, user-friendly. While the delegate functions are available for our bosses, our reporting managers to explore and use, we would like to appeal to everyone, including your bosses, to try out for the first time to use Concur. Who knows? They might like what they see. They might want to do it on their own, because with Concur, and now there is mobile functionality as well. They can submit their claims on the go. This is something that wasn't available in Track. Our appeal to all of you, and we made the same appeal to the bosses as well, is that at least for the first time, try it on their own before they decide to delegate certain roles, whether is it the claim assistant role or the approval role out. Okay, so this is really something that we would like everyone to have that equal opportunity to just try out the system first. Okay, if they don't like it, or if there are certain things that they don't like for whatever reason, please let us know as well, because we are also trying to continuously enhance, configure, to streamline processes as well. We would like to know why your bosses, or why you do not want to, why you prefer to delegate. It could be a lot of other reasons as well. Okay, so our appeal is really just to try for all of you, including our bosses, to try it out for the first time before you guys consider whether or not you want to delegate the role out.
Sorry, a quick question.
Yes.
On my screen, I see can submit reports rather than can submit claims. Is it the same?
On the screen.
Claims is another one. Yali, you want to show?
Hi. I think for that, during one of the trainings, it was mentioned that was because in your preferences selection, I think you selected English United States instead of English UK or something like that. It's one of those differences in how people say it, but I think it's the same.
Okay.
Yep.
So to change, where do I go?
Go to your profile, and then there should be where's that preferences?
System settings.
Yeah. Correct.
Oh, system settings. Okay.
but it is due to the language differences between the two. It's not a big thing.
Oh, so it means the same thing, lah.
Yes, it is. It means the same thing. That was mentioned during one of the trainings with the consultant.
I see.
Okay. Okay, we do. Thanks, May. Thanks for all the questions. Don't worry, we still have training sessions and clinic sessions for you guys to ask and for us to also demonstrate some of the functionalities. We do have to move on in the interest of time because there is so much to actually show you guys. We will move on to the traveler process, okay? And